Welcome to Keep It Clean for Happier You. I'm your host, Nikki Tambulides. Together with my guests, we will help you reclaim your space at home. Yes, you can. We're here to help. Stay with us. So happy you could join us today at Keep It Clean for Happier You. I'm your host, Nikki. What are we talking about today? Our topic, a very important one, how to save money and reduce waste. Normally, our guests join us at the studio, but today we're so excited as we're on location at Simple Bottle Return in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We're here with owner Fred Miers. He will give us a tour of the 68,000 square feet facility, quite a facility, at 1100 Boston Avenue in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So many questions. Welcome, Fred, and thank you for your time. Later, we'll sit down and have a conversation with Fred on the difference he's very efficient and spotless place is making to our community and Fairfield County as a whole.
What this is a line on the outside where we ask people to wait before we can actually bring them inside to process their bottles and cans.
Very noisy.
What we have is a bottle buyback center that buys anything that has a Connecticut deposit on it. It has a 10 cents. It's a CTRV or it has Connecticut 10 cents on it. So as long as it has the Connecticut 10 cents on each container, we will buy it. So what people do is bring it here to our location where we bring them inside and we actually count their bottles and cans individually through our machines. Our machines will count up to 700 cans per minute. So the wait time is, even though you have a line out here, it's a very fast process.
Shall we go inside?
We can go right inside. So once we call people inside, they will go to a designated area. We will guide them through the process from beginning to end.
And I see there are bottles and cans also here, so they're mixed, no?
Everything's mixed. Cans,
Everything's
plastic,
mixed.
and glass can all be mixed into one bag. Our machines will just dump them on our screening tables. In our screening tables, we have an employee that actually views everything that's being brought in, pulls out anything that's not part of the bottle bill, and then anything that is part of the bottle bill, we will count and pay them the 10 cents for every container.
This is where they're dumping the bottles here on this section. It's very noisy. Sorry, guys.
Once we get everything inside, we will not count anybody's products until they're ready to be counted. Once they're ready, we bring them right up to the counter. They dump it onto the counting screen tables, and we do the rest. Once we're done with everything, we print out a receipt. Once they get the receipt, they bring it over to the cashier, cash out, and they're done.
I just wanted to say that it's they're doing the separation of bottles, and a few things that I'd like Fred to mention as to anything that anybody needs to do before they come to prepare to come here and help the people in this facility with their recycling. So I'd like Fred to ask Fred, what is the process?
You know, the process is that we actually count everything that has a Connecticut deposit. It's either glass, plastic, or cans. Then once the process for us, once we count them, it goes into the back of the warehouse where we have to do a distributor separation. Separate all the Cokes, the Pepsis, the Budweiser, the Millers. Once I separate them, I sell them back to those companies who originally sold them. So everything has to be separated by brands, by size, and by commodity for me to resell it. So as quick as it comes into my doors, I want to process it and get it packaged and resell it and ship it out the next day.
So removing the labels is not a good idea.
If it does not have a label, I don't know who to sell it to. So I will not buy anything that has a missing label or flattened. Once it's flattened, it could be roadkill, but the machines at all the grocery stores actually read the barcode, flatten the container, and drop it into a bag. If it's already flattened, that means the deposit's already been refunded back to the consumer. I'm not allowed to buy anything flattened.
And so you're returning all of this from the Budweiser, from I don't mean to mention names of companies, but from beer cans to bottles of water, they all go back to the initial producer of the company.
The way the bottle law is designed is that the manufacturers or the distributors are responsible for all the material that they market into the community, that they're responsible for recovering that product back.
Very interesting. We have more tour with Fred Miers.
Everything's been brought in from the customers, all mixed. We have magnetic heads, eddy current separations, and manual separations on the glass. Once it's counted from the front, it comes to the back here where 28 of my employees are here to do the separation by hand, separating all the different labels and getting them ready for packaging.
You're listening to Keep It Clean for Happier You podcast. To listen anytime, go to dirtdirtgoaway.com. Also, you can live stream online at radio1400.am every Saturday. We're talking to Fred Miers from Simple Bottle Return.
What an efficient facility. Tremendous efficiency I see here. Very organized place. Fred is running a tight ship.
So my responsibility is to do the separation of 2 liter, 1 liter, 20 ounce, the different brands, the different sizes. The companies will not pick them up for me unless I do the separation required to remarket the material.
Very noisy here.
We're on a goal right now of we wanted to do 600,000 containers a day. We're at about 700,000 on average per day.
Wow.
We've reached over 800,000 units per day on a couple occasions. This system was not designed for that, but yet it's handling it. I'm very impressed with what's going on with it. So.
Yeah, I think I see a lot of people working here separating. It's like an assembly line, very efficient. Extreme efficiency, it creates a different result because Fred is the largest recycling facility in the whole state.
Bottle return facility.
Bottle return facility.
So we have the ability to also take the air out of everything. We can make them into commodities where we can sell the aluminum, the plastic. Once it's in squished form, we're able to market to an end user. But we have to do still the separation, where this is all of Budweiser products that you see. It's the red, white, and blue. I don't see any others at the moment, but we have the ability to market for the distributors if they choose not to come and pick it up from me. We eliminate the logistics of transportation and of the commodities in a whole form, and we put it in a bale form. It makes it a lot easier to ship the commodities.
Slow down the noise a little bit because we're moving away from the assembly line, and we're going into... It's going to get loud, Fred said, in a second.
Yeah. So as you see, we walked through our first area where we take care of the aluminum and the plastic. Now we're in the glass area. Glass area is 1/3 of my operation, which most of it's done by restaurants or the customers bringing it in, or people that generate a lot of bottles and cans.
I have to make a note, a side note, so to speak, of Fred and his folks here. People told me as I was waiting for the interview that they've been working for Fred for many, many years, and he's the best boss they have ever had. So I have to say it.
I must have had to pay that person a lot of money to say that.
I don't think so. More than one person said that so far. So it's another plus of running a business, having the same labor and people be inspired by your mission and the work ethic.
This is our area where we do fundraisers. Each number consists of a different fundraiser organization that sat on a curb and said, hey, we're raising funds for a particular cause. Whatever their cause is, and they can convey their message to the local residents that is willing to donate. This is where a place like to resell those bottles and cans, we're the people that we can buy it from. So each one of these numbers will represent a different type of organization. Could be Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, high school bands. It really, the limit is, there is no limit. If there's a good cause and you can get that message out, people are willing to donate.
People that donate for a cause or an organization, do they have to go through the organization that come directly to you and they tell you, I'm representing the Girl Scouts?
Correct.
Is that how it works?
They'll show up here with their trucks saying what Girl Scouts, whatever troop number they are, and we set it off the side. We count it. When we're done, we give them a call. They could either come by, pick up a check, or pick up the cash for the products that they sent out.
That's wonderful. I had no idea that you're so organized in that sense that helps the community and nonprofits.
Okay. Right. And it's a good way to raise money.
Yes. Hi guys, how are you?
So on the outside is where we take in high volume of restaurant glass or fundraisers. They'll come right back to this back door. We're going to go to this side.
So here is the back of the facility. We're in the back with Fred Miers from Bottle Recycling Facility in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And he's showing us the back of the facility.
The back of the facility is where we want to bring the high volume of products, so we don't bring this through our front door and clog up for the smaller customer base. That if they're bringing me a truck, bring it back here. We'll take it out of the way from interfering with all the other publics who's trying to return their bottles and cans.
Thank you, Fred, for the tour of the simple bottle return facility. Very impressive. An assembly line at its best. Congratulations. In closing, I want Fred to give us a short tip for our listeners to use on their recycling, to help them recycle and to be better citizens.
The only tip I say that participate. Do not be a reason or a cause to have somebody else clean up after you.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
it. If you turn around and you be responsible for your material, then everything will be, just do the right thing.
Yeah, and my tip in closing would be make sure you wash, because I'm after all in the cleaning business, to wash all the material that before you bring it for recycling, because people are not responsible for your contaminated food or anything else that you're going to bring to the facility, to any facility. We came to the end of the show, working on more at Keep It Clean, like tips and tricks to get you started with clutter and cleaning, how to make every day an Earth Day, how to clean less, my very own 7 in 7, and my quick tip for today and every day, shoes off at the door. Bye for now. Oppa.
At Keep It Clean for Happier You, we'd love to hear from you. For your comments and questions, use contact form at dirtdirtgoaway.com or text Nikki, text only, at 203-581-3446. That's 203-581-3446. We will be here every Saturday. Tune in to Keep It Clean for Happier You podcast. You can live stream online at radio1400.am every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. and listen anytime at dirtdirtgoaway.com.